The Iobo humpy, originated by Jack Tucker, has been flying under the radar for a number of years. Iobo is short for "it ought to be outlawed," and there's a lot of truth in that statement. This very simple-looking emerger pattern is truly wicked, and it deserves a prominent place in every trout and grayling angler's fly box. The hook is a Chemco 102Y, size 15. The thread Benecke 12/0 in gray. Attached just back of the eye, run down to about 1/3 the shank, then return to just behind the eye, trim away the waste. The single material used in this fly is one largish CDC feather with a barb length of about 2–2.5 times the length of the shank. The base, and I've stripped away some of the fibers or barbs near the base. The stem is relatively stiff. To reduce the risk of it splitting, I'm tying it in at right angles. This will ease the start of wrapping this stiff feather. I then align it parallel to the shank and then can trim away the waste. Advance the thread to the end of the shank. Clip on some hackle pliers and start to wrap. Just started with 102 turns. Now you're in the safe zone. With each turn, wrap the barbs over the preceding one by pulling them back. So you end up with almost a paintbrush at the back. Now, tie it off and remove the hackle pliers. Pull any errant fibers back and make a final turn. Then spiral the thread back to the eye. This paintbrush here gets pulled over and it's then tied down at the eye with a few turns. Now these tips are kind of slippery, so what I do is I lift some, make a locking turn, lift some more, make a further locking turn, and then lift the entire bunch. Make a few locking turns in front, and then finish off with a 3-turn whip finish. Trim away, just pluck away or snip those that have escaped. And that completes the Iobo humpy. This silly looking pattern is just utterly devastating on some of the difficult fish as an emerger pattern. And this vein stands out like a sail, making this dark colored fly still very visible even from a distance. I cannot recommend it enough.